Hello friends, this is Umesh. Today we are going to learn about interesting chapter of class 6 science books, that is different parts of the plants. Right? You must have seen when you are going to your school on the school gardens, you have seen different varieties of plants. But what are the basic parts of the plants? The basic parts of the plant is stem, root, flower, fruits, right? So today we are going to study about one of the parts of the plant, that is leaf, right? We'll study about leaf, its structure and function. Let us see a leaf. It is the leaf of people tree, right? So first we'll start draw a diagram of leaf. First part of the leaf, that is, it is known as petiole, right? It is known as petiole. The part of the leaf which is directly attached to the stem is known as petiole, right? You see this, it is known as petiole, right? Which is directly attached to the stem. You see, this is the petiole, and this petiole is directly attached to the stem. So you can write in your copy, that is part of the leaf. First part is petiole, part of the leaf which is part of the leaf which is directly attached to the stem, right? The part of the leaf which is directly attached to the stem, this is known as petiole. This part is known as petiole. This petiole is directly attached to the stem, right? Next part is lamina, the total part of the leaf, that is lamina. This part, this is lamina, right? It is lamina. What is the definition of lamina? It is known as lamina, right? It is. It is known as lamina. The green part, the total green part of the plant, that is lamina. The green part of the plant, right? This is known as lamina, right? So next one is lamina. But there are certain plants that plants don't have any petiole, right? If you see the grass plant, right? You see the grass plant, it is grass, right? Grass plant is a herb, and the plants don't have the leaf, don't have any petiole. The leaf is directly attached to the stem. There is no petiole, right? So there are, it is an exception that there are certain plants that don't have any petiole, right? Then next comes to lamina, right? The green border part, broad part of the plant. This is lamina. The green broad part of the plant, that is lamina. Green broad part of the plant. Broad part of the plant is known as lamina, right? The green broad part of the plant is known as lamina. This is known as lamina, right? Then comes to veins. These are the veins. First we will see that the midriff, right? This is known as midriffs. A prominent line in the middle of the leaf, this one is known as midriff. The prominent line in the middle of the leaf is known as midriff. Next one is midriff. Prominent line in the middle of leaf. Middle of leaf. This one is known as midriff. Right? Then next is veins. These are the veins. So next one is veins. So veins, these are the veins. This is midriff, the prominent line in the middle of the leaf, and these are the veins. Right? These are the veins. Right? The lines coming from the midriff is known as veins. Lines coming from midriff. Coming from midriff. Right? Lines coming from midriff is known as veins. These are the veins. Then there is two types of venations in leaf. One is parallel venation, another one is reticulate venation. Then let us see what is parallel venation and what is reticulate venation. If you see a particular leaf, if you take one leaf and see, there is net like structure. If you see in the light in the opposite directions, right, you can see it is just like the net like structures. The midriff and the veins, and middle of the midriffs and veins there is something net like structure. That net like structure is known as reticulate venations, and I am going to show you the parallel venations. If you see some different varieties of plants leaves, there are certain plants the leaves are the veins are parallel to each other like this. This is the leaf, the veins are parallel, totally parallel to each other, the veins. Right? This is known as parallel venation. Parallel venation. Parallel venations. Right? If the veins are parallel to each other in the leaves, that is known as parallel venation. And the reticulate venation is, if you see the leaves in the opposite directions of light, you can see that the leaves, certain leaves of the plant, there is net-like structure. That net-like structure is known as reticulate venations. These are the different parts of the leaf. Let us see what is the function of the leaves. What is the particular function of these leaves? Especially, these leaves helps the plant for photosynthesis. You have studied in your previous chapter photosynthesis. Photosynthesis means we generally call leaf as the kitchen house of the plants, right? These leaves have chlorophyll pigments. These chlorophyll pigments helps plants to photosynthesis. I'm just remembering you what is photosynthesis, the process in which green plants prepare their own food material by using carbon dioxide, water in the presence of sunlight. Right? In the plant's leaves there is chlorophyll pigments. By this pigment, plant prepare their own food material. So plants is known as autotrophs. Right? So plants is known as autotrophs. It is the basic functions of the leaves. And there is another function of the leaves, so you will study in higher classes, that is transpirations. Right? There are in summer season you must have seen that some leaves are going going to be dry because of a heavy sunlight, right? So because of that process is known as transpiration, because most of the water comes out from the plant by the from leaves, by the leaves, right? Most of the waters comes out from the leaves by the process of transpiration, right? So these are the different parts and function of the leaves. In the next class we will study about another part of the plants, that is flower. Now we have discussed some questions, that is, which part of the plant is directly attached to the stems. So petiole. Petiole is directly attached to the stems. Right? Thank you. And another beautiful function of the leaf is there are certain plants of the leaves, they participate in reproductions. You must have seen this plant, it is bryophyllum, right? In bryophyllum leaf, the buds are coming here. If you put this plant in the soil, the leaf of the plant in the soil, it will again become a new plant. You can see here some plants are coming here, growing. Some plants are growing here. So it is an exceptional case of certain plants, that is bryophyllum. The leaf also participate in reproduction. Thank you.